feel like a wide range of colors is more appropriate for my wide range of emotions right now. You know, sometimes the funny thing about sports is that two teams can play each other and both teams deserve to lose. The other funny thing about sports is that sometimes the team that loses is your team. And the really funny thing about sports is that sometimes when your team loses, you have to be okay with it. I'm not okay! The Caps lose to the Penguins, and I don't know even how to score it. 4-3, because technically the shootout went 3-3 and they get one, and I don't know. Caps lose, Penguins win. That's all I know. This was just an extremely stressful game for me. I think it's just playing Pittsburgh in general is stressful for me. Seriously, I have no fingernails left. But what's even more stressful is how the Caps decided to play. They had a great second half of the first period, and that's about it. Except for Tom Wilson. Tom Wilson, you are the heart of this team right now. You are the only one playing with any sort of gusto in your step. Please continue doing what you're doing, and to the rest of you Capitals, take a lesson. Seriously, I don't know what's going on. It's just like lazy skating combined with lazy puck handling combined with some sort of I don't careness because they are still only 3 games into a 56 game season. All I know is that the Penguins had something to play for today, and they got it. They lost the first 2 games of the season to the Philadelphia Flyers. They needed a win on home ice to get into the season. A shortened season means you have to get rolling as fast as possible, and dropping the first 2 games of your season, I can only imagine what Mike Sullivan is saying in that locker room before this game. And now I can only imagine what Mike Sullivan is saying in the locker room after the game, because they're the ones that won and we didn't. Just sometimes you don't have what you need in your bag of tricks, and you gotta play from heart, and the Caps just couldn't find the heart to play today. For a change of pace, how about we just talk a little bit about a couple of the details of the game. Game starts, 19 seconds in, Pitt scores. Surprise, surprise. I feel like it's always at the very start of a period when we play Pittsburgh that Pittsburgh ends up scoring. What, are you just bad out of the locker room? Did you guys just say, all right, let's wait 2 minutes before we actually start playing this game, then we'll really get into it. Turns out they waited 10 minutes before they started playing, but that's not the point. Pittsburgh scores 19 seconds in, and what even is a kicking motion? Please, someone explain to me. In fact, hold on. Rule 49.1, kicking. The action of a player or goalkeeper deliberately using his skates with a kicking motion to propel the puck or to contact an opponent. That doesn't even describe what a kicking motion is. Anyway, if you ask me, this goal is a kicking motion. He brings his skate from behind him to in front of him, knowing it's going to deflect off of it, and in that process, it deflects into the goal. Sure, his skate doesn't leave the ice on the follow through, but in my opinion, that's a distinct kicking motion. And this is just, frustratingly gray area that has been around for forever. I'm just starting to think nobody knows what it is, and they just kind of guess every time it happens. Anyway, Pitt goes up 1-0. Not long after Pittsburgh scores their first goal, Jensen gets called for tripping in an extremely undisciplined tripping call. Like, seriously, dude, what are you doing there? Anyway, thank God the penalty kill decided to show up again today, because Pittsburgh's penalty kill got shut down, and it wasn't long after that, the Caps finally started to pick it up. Great pressure from the fourth line, and oh, look, it's in the net. I think I was taking a sip of my drink or something. I looked up, and next thing I know, it's a goal. Hey, hockey's a game of inches, they say. Whether it goes over 1 inch or 5, it doesn't matter, it's still a goal. And then the Caps really start turning it on, and Tom Wilson, carrying the team on his back, creates the turnover, lays a hit into Marino. And the whole Penguins bench is like, coming hard, get rid of it right now. Little too late, Marino gets slammed, Wilson gets it to Kuznetsov tries to center it, ping pongs all around in front of the net, Ovechkin comes in and cleans it up, backhander score. Ovechkin gets on the board this season, Caps go up 2-1. And now I'm getting excited because the Caps are starting to play with some oomph in their step. And the oomph in their step pays off. Oshie draws a penalty and Caps go to the power play. And there goes the oomph in their step. Where was the step on the power play? But once the power play is over, the oomph in the step is back. Ovi has a 2-on-1 with Oshie. He goes over to Oshie. Oshie, hits the outside of the post. Period ends. Washington's up 2-1, and they're up 12-8 in shots. And that's making me feel pretty good at this point in time. And that pretty good feeling just went down the drain as soon as the second period started. Samsonov, God bless him, has his first true blunder of the season, and it cost him big time. Oh, but wait. The refs are looking at this one. Maybe it didn't cost him. Oh, it's off the crossbar. No goal. No goal. No goal. No goal. And then the announcers are back here like, well, it seems that the overhead view that would be conclusive, that camera just happens to not be working. What? What do you mean the camera isn't working? You mean the one camera that would tell us for sure if it was a goal or not just happens to not be working in PPG Paints Arena at the Penguins' home ice? And they look at it for a solid 5 minutes from 2 angles, and it's like, no, that's no goal, it's off the crossbar. And then magically, out of nowhere, there happens to be some random camera angle from an inside the boards camera that shows that maybe it might have been a goal. So then, of course, the officials are like, yeah, we have this one camera angle that shows it might possibly be a goal, so yep, it's a goal. You gotta be kidding me. 17 cameras in that arena, and the one that they need happens to not be working at that moment in time. Whatever, fine, we'll give you that one. 2-2, moving on. But moving on, the Caps are on another power play, and 15 seconds in, Oshie takes a penalty. But then, on the 4-on-4, Lars Eller draws a penalty, and the Caps go on a 4-on-3. Caps are having good puck movement, knowing that they're on the 4-on-3, trying to compress those 3 defenders down below the circles. Left center, right center, left center, right. Kuznetsov just has a beautiful backdoor feed to Nick Backstrom, who is pretty much standing on top of DeSmith. He redirects it in, 3-2, Capitals go up. Then, just for whatever reason, the Caps stop playing. The Penguins start buzzing, and sure enough, they tie up the game at 3, and the Caps, for pretty much the rest of the game, in my opinion, just played get it out of the zone. They weren't making clean exits out of their own zone. They weren't trying to force transition up ice. It was just win a puck battle and flip it out the zone to just relieve pressure and get a line change. And that was when the game was lost in my mind. Third period goes by without a score. We go to overtime. Overtime was actually super exciting. I mean, there's chances back and forth, and that's the reason my nails are gone right now. And then we go to the shootout. And I just want to sit down with all 4 of those shootout shooters and just say, what are you thinking shooting the puck from the hash marks? No, seriously, all 4 of those shooters shot the puck from the hash mark, from at least 6 feet out. Not a single one of them made a move or a deke of any sort to try and get DeSmith out of his crease and on his stomach. I mean, come on, you have Oshie out there for Gordie Howe's sake, the Olympic shootout specialist that everyone's raving about. And yet, for some reason, he decides to just snapshot the puck from the hash marks and try and beat him blocker side. Taking a point on the road is not a bad thing. But when it's against the Pittsburgh Penguins, it really... A point on the road is a point on the road. It's one more than losing in regulation, and it's one less than winning the game. I don't have anything clever to say about that. That's just how it is. It's facts. This is Peter Laviolette's time to shine for this organization. This is his chance to take his veteran coaching mentality that has taken him to numerous Stanley Cup finals and has won him a Stanley Cup, and to show these guys that he can amplify them from a loss and take that into a win. Loss, take, out, win. Loss, take, out, win. Loss, take, out, win. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not an NHL coach. We're going to continue rolling. We're going to continue winning. And we're going to continue to cheer on our Caps. I don't know what else to say about this game. I just feel like there's so many things about which need to be spoken that I much dislike about things. Let's just be honest. I just hate losing to Pittsburgh. You can all admit it. We just hate losing to Pittsburgh. But it's not the end of the world. It is 1 point dropped on the road. I'll repeat, on the road. And we'll just get it back next game. And guess what? After a finally 4-game road trip to start the season, we get to go home. So let's pack it in, hike up our skirts, and we're gonna move on to Tuesday night, and we're gonna win and take away 2 points from PPG Paints Arena and the Pittsburgh Penguins. But what do I know? I'm just a fan. If you like this video, smash that thumbs up button for me. And if you enjoyed your time here, consider subscribing. I'd love to see you come back. And as always, let's go Caps!